Security Agencies.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, March the 12th. Good to have you with us today again. Nick Foster is here from the Voluntary Action Center. We've talked about the good work VAC does for many years. And you've helped so many folks in our community.
We're after it every single day, Paul, trying to do the very best we can.
And you're right there on the front line, and you see what is needed and how people need help.
Right, and one of the things that we do is we help with some of the very basic needs that folks have every single day. So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
As you started your day today, what did you do to get ready for your day?
Well, I got up at 4 o'clock this morning.
Ugh.
First thing I did was take care of the cats and the dogs.
Sure.
That's the first thing.
And then to take care of you, what did you do?
Right. Well, then you have coffee, you have fruit and cereal, then you shave, brush your teeth, put on clean clothes, and come in here.
Right. You probably brushed your teeth and took a shower, all that kind of.
Right.
So what if you had not had soap to take a shower with? What would you have done? Or what if you hadn't had clean clothes to put on? What would you have done in that case? Or what if you hadn't had clean dishes on which to eat your cereal or your fruit this morning? What would you have done in that case?
I don't have an answer for you.
Right, you don't have an answer to that. Well, probably what would have happened is you might have showered off without the use of soap and done the best you could. And if you hadn't had deodorant, you might have used powder or something like that if you had that to do the best you could. You might have put on the clothes that were the cleanest that you had because you didn't have anything that was really freshly laundered. And you might have used the cleanest dish that you had at the time because you weren't able. All because you didn't have soap, you didn't have laundry detergent, and you didn't have dishwashing soap with which to clean all these things that you need. And maybe you didn't brush your teeth with toothpaste because you didn't have toothpaste, so you just used water. Well, there was a study done recently by Feeding America, which does a lot of work to provide food for food banks around the country. Our local food bank works with Feeding America. They did a study a few years ago that looked at some of the basic need items that families need for day-to-day existence and asked them, what do you do when you don't have these items? And some of the things that they said are the things that we would expect them to say. Some of them put off things like paying the rent or paying utilities, paying medical bills in order to afford things like soap and toothpaste and laundry detergent.
Putting food on the table.
Putting food on the table. But some of the other things they did was, for instance, 39% said they would brush their teeth without toothpaste. They would just use water. 74% said they would wash dishes and their laundry without soap. And this is one that really hits me in the chest. 44% said they would delay changing a diaper for their child. So just think about that for a moment. And I've not too long ago changed the diaper for the child in our home. How awful that would be for the parent to not have a diaper perhaps to change their child into, or to have only so many and to know that they had to last for a while, and so they just wait as long as possible to change that diaper. We have people in our community who are facing these issues every day, and so this is the reason that VAC tries as best we can to help offer the help that's needed for those folks by providing some of these items like toothpaste and laundry detergent and dishwashing soap and bar soap and those kinds of things.
You know, you painted a picture there that many of us really don't stop to think about on a regular basis.
We take these things for granted.
Exactly. What would you do if you didn't have toothpaste? But what would you do if you couldn't afford to buy that toothpaste?
That's right.
Or you couldn't afford to buy a bar of soap for just basic hygiene?
Right. And there are people who reach this point in their lives through no fault of their own very often.
Right.
And they reach a place where they need just a little bit of help to get through that period of time, and VAC is there to help to do that.
You said it beautifully, Nick. If people want more information, or if you would like to help out, you can just go to the website.
Vacmo.org, VACMO.org, or call us at 874-2273 to learn more.
Thank you. Nick Foster.
All right. Thank you, Paul.
And
Very
again,
good to be with you.
Again, that website, if you want to write it down, is VACMO, that's VACMO.org, and you'll get all the information, and you can help out there too. Okay? Now, I want to introduce you to Barbara Hoppe, who is here with the League of Women Voters. Good to have you here.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Yeah, you're a new face to us.
Yeah, I've been here once. I'm
Right.
sort of the backup for Marilyn McLeod if she can't make it.
All right, but we're glad to have you here in place of Marilyn.
Thank you.
But,
it's great to be here.
Anyway, you've got several events coming up that you want to promote, right?
Right. So tonight, March 12th, we have a guest author who will be at the library on the third floor, and her name is Angelica Carpenter. And
Okay.
she did loads of research and did a great book on a little-known woman suffragette by the name of Matilda Jocelyn Gage, G-A-G-E. And she wrote Angelica wrote the book. It's called Born Criminal, Matilda Jocelyn Gage, Radical Suffragette. So this suffragette worked with Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Helen B. Anthony, but she's really sort of out of the history books. And so this author has put her back into the history.
So tonight we're going to find out about it.
Yeah, and she's a fascinating history. Her parents were with the Underground Railroad, and their house was with that movement in New York. And then her daughter married L. Frank Baum, who wrote The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's a sort of, she's a fascinating woman and a really interesting historical perspective.
So you can find out all about it tonight.
Right, yeah, and so the author will be there, and she'll bring books, and she'll be able to sign them. Okay. And it should be fascinating.
All right, what else have you got?
And then the next thing we have is on March 17th at, it starts refreshment 6 o'clock, then it starts at 6:30 as the candidate forum for the April election.
And will all the candidates be there?
No, the 5th ward is uncontested, so Mark Pitzer will not be there, but the 1st ward has 3 candidates. So,
and they'll be there.
Right, and then the School Board of Education candidates will be there. 2 existing board members, Jonathan Sessions and Helen Wade, and then there's 2 new people running. So they'll be there. And then there is a school bond issue. And so Peter Stiepelman will be there and talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that date is when?
March 17th.
March 17th, talking about the school bond issue and the candidates forum.
Right.
And this will be at the library.
At the library, Friends Room, and then the author is tonight on the 3rd floor.
All right. And you have refreshments before the events?
Just for the candidate
For
forum.
the candidate, the
Right.
world famous cookies, right?
Right.
We're out of time. See you next time.